It's Friday, September 10th. It is Lotto Friday, one of my favorite days of the week. First it's Monday, then Lotto Friday. Last day for our Alpha Traders 1 year anniversary. Check it out at Alpha Traders Inc. It's on Twitter. That's where all our discounts are. Come check us out. Come follow us. Hit the like button on our YouTube here. This is free for everybody this week. The morning call. It moves to subs only. Starting next week. So we'll have a little option here to sign up and we'll be ready to go. So SPX roll in full effect here. It's obvious chop. I mean, this is just a choppy block. If you played that and sold that, you're a genius. And then if you sold that and bought and at the end of the day you sold there, good for you. Was not playing it properly this week. SPY's been choppy and tricky for me, so I stopped playing it. Got a lot of gap ups today. Let's just get to it. So we got SPY. We have ES currently green, up 9. It was at 45. I think it touched 45.78, 45.80, somewhere in there overnight. And it's bounced back with fury. You really need over 45.17 on ES, but looking at SPY here, you can use the reclaim of 448.72. It's at 450.70 now. So you're looking at, it's kind of in no man's land. 450.70. You're sitting right at the 8-day here at 450.74. If you wanted to play it today, you can look over 450.74. You can actually play that to the upside. You can probably play it to 2 days ago. This little area here is 451.67. Just know it is SPX roll. It could be over, but I doubt it is. And they always want these closest strike expirings to they want to run the shorts and they want to run the longs. So just be aware of that today. I'd play light, play fast, expect zero. Don't try to be a hero. If you really are big, if you want to wait, you can wait till 452. But there's not enough juice to squeeze here. You're better off buying the dips down here and trying, on a previous day's low and popping it up. Qs, a little weaker. They had some sell-offs yesterday. It was very interesting. It was very interesting to see that they had some sell-offs yesterday. Right at the end of the day here, we can take these off for now. You see 379.22 is your low from yesterday. Right now we're at 380.89, which is right around here. It's kind of no man's land again. I mean, I expect another chop day. This technically was not an inside day, but we had a higher low, higher high technically. It'd be interesting to see what tech does today. It's gapping up this morning. A lot of individual names in beta tech, so we'll see how that goes. IWMs, I still like them. I still have calls that I'm sitting in for next week and October OPEX. So you remember it's quarterly OPEX as well. So we're looking at another chop week possibly next week. But looking at this, a lot of people got really bearish down here, and it went for the retest and created a higher low. So I actually like IWM coming out of the next 7 days. This could really, you could really put a double top in here, and that could be the downfall. We'll see how it works out. But I like the IWMs right now. Apple looking good. Nice little gap up. It sold off yesterday. Honestly, it was just the 8-day catching up. We actually sold the 152.50s. Sold the puts yesterday. So that we can collect the premium. I don't see it getting under this 8-day into September 14th. I do see it selling off. So we're going to collect the premium into September 14th, and then probably right before it sell it, because it should correct, down to about 150, go back to prior all-time highs. But I'm not a big Apple guy today. I don't think it's going to do much. But as you can see, it's lower lows, lower highs. It's creating a descending wedge. I expect more of the same today, and then it might pop up towards the end of the day. But nothing really to play there, in my opinion, unless you get through 156.11. Or if you want to play the bottom here at 154 area, and you want to try it for a play up, I think that's a good risk reward. Totally up to you. Tesla gapping up nicely today. It's up 5. It's at 760. Huge. As I said in the room yesterday, I said Tesla's. I absolutely loaded the 760s for today, 765s for today. We also have the 760s for next week that we bought a couple days ago. So we're looking good on Tesla. 780 is this target right here. This line right here. Excuse me, I still have a cold, obviously. That 780 is where we're looking at here. Over 765, no doubt in my mind 780 comes today. Well, maybe not 780. You can get 773, and we'll see. Maybe towards the end of the day they push it up towards 780, but I will be watching 765 closely. It's a very good inside day we had yesterday, and we're starting off at these prior days, the Wednesday's high already over that. And so that's a really good sign. If you want to try it, I would try it over the 760-20. Just wait and see if it runs on you. The strategy for me would be, if I'm not in it and it's over 760-20 and it comes down and tests that 760-20 in the first 5 minutes, buy against that, see if we can't get it to boom boom. You kind of want it to go down just a little bit, get a good entry and go. Or if you're a more conservative trader, just wait for 765. That's all you got to do. And then if it gets under 760-20, you can short that thing all the way back down to yesterday's low, 750. You can go the 755s and make a nice little profit, or 750s if you want to get some IV and get some arbitrage trading going. So Tesla, great setup today. Great setup. LRCX, big one. I'm loaded the 605s. I loaded the 605s. We created a higher low yesterday, which is good. Once we bounced off this, I was like, oh man, LRCX looks good. It got to 586. I said, oh, LRCX looks good. And then it got to prior day's high. I'm like, LRCX. And it was at the anchored VWAP from the local lows. I was like, oh, LRCX. And I didn't take it. And then they were at $1.10 and they went to 340. They got to 340. I was like, oh, goodness. Right now it's sitting at 601.05. So you're somewhere around here. I mean, this thing looks like it has room to go, honestly. This thing could really go to 609. We can start at 609, but I really think it's a 617 area. This up here, you could get a nice igniting bar. It could start here because it's already above the prior day's high. It's already taken back the anchored VWAP from the lows. It looks like it's going to take the anchored VWAP from the local highs over here. I mean, this thing looks primed to have a great Friday. If you're not in it, wait for 603. I would wait for this area here. Wait for the clouds to go green. And this 100, I think it's the 100-day right there. So it's a good place to trade the 100 daily EMA. So that's a good area. 603, 604. I go into the 610s or 605s, whichever one you prefer. You could really do a nice job. If it doesn't take 603, you can also short it all the way. You can short it all the way back down to prior day's high of 596, where it's going to find some support. So, very good name to see. Nvidia, very nice, very nice. Another nice little gap up. People are thinking that it's going to come up, and then it's going to fall right back down to, I don't know, I've heard 209, I've heard 210, I've heard 212. I don't see Nvidia getting under 220, honestly, unless the market really starts downturning. And then your bounce spot is right here at 216. So I'm not seeing that pullback. I'm in commons. I think I have 400 commons stock that I'm going to hold because I think Nvidia gets to 280 before, at least 264 before they start the taper and the market starts to correct a little bit. So Nvidia looks great. What else we got here? Facebook. As long as 378 holds, honestly, Facebook looks really good. Good inside day. Again, it held the 8-day. That's where we bought it against, was at 8-day. It's tight, 379. I don't know why Facebook again. I don't know. I swear, sometimes it's like they take things off my master list. 379.90, that's starting above this, so just use it as your pivot. It's super easy. Trading is not hard sometimes. On Fridays, it's super easy for me. You got a gap up, it's 379.90. Yesterday's high was 379.83. Super easy. Play it over. I'm wearing next week's 385s. I think that it gets back to that, so it has a double inside day already. That's very bullish. It bounced off the 8-day. It reclaimed the 8-day. It bounced underneath, reclaim, bounce underneath, reclaim. So looking good. Over 379, you can lotto the 380s out of this, because honestly, it could get 380.87. Get yourself a nice 10, 20%. It could look really good. FUTU. It is on the precipice of a big breakout. And I say that it's not ready yet, but it's close. It is darn close. Remember I said it's going to dance around this 200, and what is it doing? Dancing around the 200. Cloud support under the 8-day. 21-day test, pop back out. Looking great. I love the look of FUTU. Over 115 gets us back to the big number, 119. This 100 day is so big. So big, so big, so big, so big, so big. Once it's through, gap at 150. Like, give it 2 weeks. That's how much of a move that thing's ready to get geeked up for. Baidu, coming off the NIO news, they sold a bunch of shares. It was good for Baidu in the sense that people can buy Baidu without having to worry about the weight of others. 183 is still the target. It's just hanging around. We got the 512 clouds on the daily, giving support, waiting for the longer term EMA clouds to go green. Once they cross, especially, I've seen this as a good spot. When these start to cross and this goes green, so you're 179 and 180 for the early birds, 183 for the others. I'll probably shave some off around 180. My Baidu calls are on fire. On fire this morning. I love it. SE was up 12, now only up 8. I don't know what that is sometimes, though. But monster mash move. This is one of the best stocks to own. You just honestly put in the IRA. You could have bought it at 200, a year ago. But this thing is just a monster. It's got great. It's just a good company. It's going to have some good revenue, cash flow, e-commerce, gaming. Like these guys know what they're doing. But from a price point today, easy over 330, 347. You can really go. It's at 329.90. It's kind of no man's land. I probably won't play it unless it's on the extremes here from the day before. Roku. Interesting. Like I said, it's consolidating under the 200. That news with Amazon yesterday was extremely bearish, but it held. That's super important. It held, and it did not want to let go. I'm going to see if we can buy it against 331, but it's gapping up to 342.30 right now. So it's right on that 200-day. Over that 200-day, that 200-day right now is 346.36. So over 346.36, you can really you can get a nice trade by the 350s. You should go to 351 if that's the case. A couple more here that's on my radar. Zoom. Very interesting. I do think it's going to get smoked. That gap down the other day was not good off the earnings. But it's holding the anchored VWAP, but I think once it gets below that. But this could be a trade to 298, 299. It's at 296 right now. You can use, again, this is just super easy trading on a Friday. 297.57. It's under that right now, so it's kind of no man's land. I would just wait. You can do whichever one you want, but there's a little bit of room there. I would probably short that 297.57 if it doesn't pop. When we opened up a swing, nice little gap up. It's right here. It's right about here. Yesterday's high. Hasn't even got yesterday's high. It's just a nice moving cyclical trade that we're going to sit on and wait. We got the 110s for October 15th. 110 is the 200 here. That's what we're aiming for. Through that, it can really run, get back to 117, 118. Let's see what else on my list here. GameStop. So, figured it would sell off into earnings. I'm going to lose some money on calls that I had for this week. It's okay. That's part of trading. It's the life that you take. 100-day caught it. 100-day caught it. Push back up. Again, I don't know why they're not up on my list. It's crazy. 202 is your number. Over 202, it's going to step, it's going to be, I don't know, it's going to have explosive power. This igniting bar, like we made that whole thing right there. But it could be constructive. I still think this hangs around the 8-day. It took back the 8-day at 284. It needs to take that back now. If it takes the 8-day back at $200.84, you could play it to 205, 206, maybe to 210 if they really want to move it up. This anchored VWAP is going to be tough, so 210 is going to be a tough number for you. If it does get through, you're looking at 230. So it has some work ahead of it that it needs to get through. Any other names? Yeah, Fervor. There we go. We have next week's 180s, so we're sitting in money, and we're in the money, and we're looking pretty good. 184.25. It needs to get over 184.30. Could really run to 188 if they really want it. I will sell some of my stuff at that point. ISRG just keeps on going. It's kind of sputtered out just a little bit, but this is just a grinder. It is grinding itself out. It's trying to get to 1100. If you wanted to trade it, you can. You're looking at 1,075, so it's already gapping up. Get over actually, let's probably get over this 1,087. Right now, it's kind of in no man's land. I'll play it on the extremes. You can buy it here. We're already in swings, so we're just waiting for it to go. Oh, Google. Duh, Google Fridays, right? I don't know if we got a jobs update yet. Yeah, we did. I'll have to check on it. I haven't looked yet. Should probably do that. Jobs are pretty important, right? But another inside day. You're seeing it. Inside day there. Over 28.86, you can run it, or you can buy it against 28.63. The 8 days, 28.70.27. That's what it's sitting on. Also a good place to go long. See what it does. If it gets under the 8 day 28.70.27 and then it reclaims it, that's a good place to go long. Or if it holds, and then it loses the 8 day, that's a good place to short it. Or you can wait for 28.63. Google Fridays are the best Fridays, as I always say. So that's what we got. Check us out at Alpha Traders Inc. Don't forget to like, subscribe to this channel. We put content out for you guys. This is free for you guys to use, but come join our group. Come join us, see what we're doing. Constant chatter. We have the TradyTix bots. If you guys don't know TradyTix, you should. Unbelievable tool. We pay the premium so that you guys get that for free. It's a huge add-on, and of course, just the chatter and the news and the plays. I mean, it's a great community to be a part of. So come check us out. We will see you guys today.